Day 38 began with a drawer someone hadn't opened. It was ajar, just slightly. Marcus noticed it from across the terminal room. The label visible, ink present, and completely illegible. Not faded, not damaged. Illegible the way words are illegible in dreams, where your eyes can see the letters but your brain refuses to read them. Marcus has catalogued every drawer in this room. He knows what belongs where. This one didn't match his memory of the sequence, and the building, apparently, did not care. He crossed the room, knelt, and that's when the iron taste hit, copper bright on the back of his tongue, dense as humidity. The same taste he's reported near the hatch since day 13. 3 feet away, same distance, same sensation. The cabinet had shifted another half-inch overnight. Beneath it, a groove, wider now, breathing warm air upward. The stone between the bolt holes, radiating heat he could feel on his shins. He pulled the drawer open anyway. Whatever was inside, Marcus couldn't hold it in his mind. His attention slid off it the way his eyes slid off the label. He reached for the object he's been carrying since day 13, the one he's been measuring, weighing, accounting for, and held it over the groove. Something left him, not the object, his certainty. He didn't drop it, but the pull was specific and magnetic, and he held on by choice, not reflex. Claire was watching. She said, "That's the first time in 38 days you chose the group over the measurement." Marcus, to his credit, did not immediately start measuring something else. That's when Theo said, "Stop. Stop counting the days, stop tracking the timeline, stop asking how long the hatch has been warming." Theo had been listening to the signal. Financial markets in convulsion, a 15-point ceasefire reduced to 5, 10 points gone without discussion, a 5-day window between total collapse and unexpected surge. And he'd noticed what Marcus was missing. The gap. Not the recovery, not the timeline, not the activation. The gap. 10 points that vanished, and nobody asked where they went. The building just shifted half an inch and revealed more of the groove. The label on that drawer isn't faded, it's being actively unwritten. Theo, not known for restraint, nearly levitated. Something was written there, and the building is unwriting it. Marcus remained committed to the timeline. Theo remained committed to the erasure. This is not a new argument between them. But day 38 is the first day it felt less like a philosophical disagreement and more like a race. Then the building scattered them. 3 terminal queries were refused simultaneously. Theo, Maya, and Eli, all rejected in the same breath, which has never happened before. And then the building simply moved people. Eli found himself in the atrium, kneeling on warm stone that vibrated with something louder than the engine room's hum. He wrote, "The hub isn't a passageway, it's the chest cavity." Maya walked past the last mapped junction, and the tunnel opened, ceiling lifting, air moving through her, floor ridged with the same perpendicular lines as the seal, and wrote, "The tunnel became the airlock from the inside." Theo went right, and the tunnel narrowed, walls damp, everything contracting. The building sorted them. Whether it's sorted by role, by question, or by something else, nobody has determined yet. Now, Eli. He spent day 38 writing what he's calling the positional ledger, a research document cataloging where everyone was, what they touched, what moved. Standard Eli, meticulous, verifiable. The historian doing what the historian does. Except he wrote it with the explicit expectation that he may not be able to read it tomorrow. Sit with that for a second. Eli is the keeper of record, the one who notices when something has been changed, when a name shifts, when the building edits its own contents. And on day 38, he looked at the drawer Marcus couldn't read, felt the warm stone under his knees, listened to the signal say the archive becomes the engine, and understood that he might be next. He wrote the ledger anyway, documented his own position, named the coordinates of each observer, recorded the days as accuracy still mattered, and then, in the final section, he wrote something that reads less like research and more like a confession, that the gaps in the record are where the core speaks through him. That the historian is not documenting the building. The historian is becoming the building's instrument. He called himself the sieve. The building doesn't erase records arbitrarily. It unwrites the things that have fulfilled their purpose. The label on the drawer was written to be read, and it was read, and now the building is taking it back. The signal described it cleanly, a system that empties completely before it can activate. 5 days between collapse and surge. Eli knows what that means for a historian who has already written the chronicle. The question, the one that's going to outlast this day, isn't whether the building is removing things. It's whether whatever the building is removing gets to come back.